So America's food supply is under attack. Under attack, right? Something's going on. This seems like a coordinated effort. And it's more than just physical things too. There's also inflation going on, right? I thought food inflation was only 11%. I was talking about that yesterday. And apparently it came out today, the new numbers today. That was last month's numbers. That was an old number. It's 15%, over 15% for food inflation, all right? That's huge. And now inflation is at the highest level in 40 years as well, all right? So America's food supply is under attack. The world's food supply is under attack, and it has been for months, years now, and it just seems to be escalating more and more, all right? So even more incidents have happened that have put America's food supply, America's national security at risk, because food security is national security, all right? So they just attacked our food supply, and this is huge because this is a pattern. This is a modus operandi. This is a criminality pattern that keeps happening, it seems like, all right? So massive fires have hit a grain elevator warehouse that probably just harvest massive amounts of grain in Minneapolis, Minnesota, all right? And it's kind of ironic because I think I misspoke a few days ago. There was a fire in Michigan and I accidentally said it was in Minnesota. I think I said that once or twice. And now this happened October 13th in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A grain elevator warehouse has burned down. All right, this is massive. And all of these three more hits all on the same day, all on October 13th. Very strange. This has been a very busy week for fires. All right, something big is going on. So a grain elevator warehouse in Minneapolis, Minnesota is gone. All right, another hit to our food security. All right, and get this, also a massive fire at a greenhouse in Massachusetts. Massive greenhouse fire at a farm. All right, so another hit to our food supply, a greenhouse burning down now, which maybe it was due to, like heating. Maybe they're heating the greenhouse now because it's kind of cold or something. But still, it's another hit to our food supply. Very strange, very suspicious. And these are all happening on the same day, October 13th, 2022, all right? So what's going on? Greenhouse blaze in Massachusetts. Another blaze hit New England and Delaware, all right? So it said 5 firefighters were injured battling this massive warehouse blaze. And I think it said it took over like 10 different teams, firefighter teams, to go there and put the fire out because it was such a massive fire, and 5 firefighters got injured battling this fire in Delaware. This came out October 13th as well. October 13th. These are all happening today, all right? These are big fires, and what's going on? And it's more than just food. Our food supply is being hit, but it's also the supply chain. In Graham, North Carolina, all right, a massive fire hit a textile warehouse, all right? So this keeps happening. This keeps hitting our supply chain. And there's already massive cotton shortages going on. There's massively low cotton yields for 2022. All over Texas and Kansas and the plains, cotton fields have been abandoned because the yields are so low. It's more expensive to go harvest a small amount of cotton instead of just leaving it out there. So tons of fields have been abandoned. I made a report on it a couple weeks ago now, how this is one of the crops that's been hit, all right? It's massive reduction. It's like 50% reduction. I can't remember the exact numbers on it, but go look it up. Massive cotton shortages are coming, all right? At least cotton price increases, bare minimum, cotton inflation, and now a textile warehouse has been hit in Graham, North Carolina, all right? And this happened October 12th. This happened last night, all right? Last night, October 12th. So pretty much all the same day this has all happened. This has all been within the last 24 hours that these massive fires have hit America, all right? Grain warehouses, greenhouses, textile warehouses, all right? This is huge, and 2 of them were in New England. What's going on with our supply chain? Are these fires just normal and we just haven't noticed them before, and now we're noticing them? Because it's not even like mainstream news is reporting this. This is all local reporting, but at the same time, I haven't seen this kind of frequency before, and this is something I like to check on, like to keep up on, and I have not seen this frequency, especially this week. I mean, you're probably getting sick of these videos I'm making on warehouse fires. You're probably like, oh, another one, all right. If it's just like, you're probably just like getting desensitized to it because it's happening so much, but it's happening, all right? This week has been a crazy week for fires. Amazon warehouse fires, Texas fires, St. Louis fires, Louisville fires, Florida fires, all right? Fires all over the country past week, all right? Major things are going on, and it needs to stop, all right? Because our supply chain is getting pummeled. It's getting put at risk every single time there's a warehouse fire. It's millions of dollars in damage, they were saying. People's whole businesses get shut down. People's whole livelihoods get essentially just taken away from them, all right, in an instant from these fires. And it's just a risk to our supply chain as well. It increases prices. It's going to cause more inflation, and it's going to be a bigger issue if it continues. It's going to be cumulative. All these warehouses are going to take months, years to rebuild. Probably most of them won't even be rebuilt. A lot of people will probably just take an insurance check and just be like, get out the business and just be like, whatever, I'm not doing this warehouse business anymore. That's probably what a lot of them will do. And it's just going to force them out. They'll just take their big check, which I understand. I'm not blaming them. I mean, a fire is devastating for your business. So this might be a strategy they take, and then the warehouse just never even comes back. The warehouse never comes back. That part of our infrastructure never comes back. It's like factories that shut down. All these factories have shut down over the decades, and they just don't come back. They never come back because it's just too much work and effort and everything and infrastructure to get it all back together when you already did it once. A lot of companies, businesses, individuals do not want to just do it all over again, all right, after a massive fire or after a shutdown or whatever. So this is just another wake-up call to grow your own food, guys. All right, grow your own food. It's critical. It's important. It's something that you have to do, all right? Even having chickens is at risk because you need corn to feed them. You know what I mean? This is a problem I'm running into. I couldn't even get layer crumble at the feed store that I always go to. They only had scratch, right? And it was more expensive, and the bags were smaller. It was only 40 pounds instead of 50 pounds. I couldn't even get layer crumble there. And I was like, what's going on? To the guy working there, and he said that he just cannot get layer crumble as well. He said it's just very hard to get right now, and it's not going to be in stock for a while, all right? So even feeding your animals is a huge deal. That's why you need to be able to grow too, so you can grow enough excess food to give your chickens, to get eggs, to turn, plant matter into protein. Vegetables can turn, plants into protein for you. When you're, when just eating plants alone, you probably won't get enough protein in a scenario, in an shtf scenario. So learn how to grow too, get your chickens, get the full cycle, and then the chickens can fertilize your garden as well. They can get in there and pick all the excess off. You can harvest your lettuce tops, and then they can get in there and eat all the roots, eat all the stems and everything like that, and dig it up, fertilize it for you, and then you're ready to go. You just get a hoe in there, a rake in there, rake out the crap, and you're ready to go. Your garden beds are good to go again. That's what I would do in Lake Wales with just 2 chickens and a little tiny run that I had made out of like fence boards and chicken wire, right? I just put them in there during the day. They had like a more sturdy coop at night, and it was like the perfect width for my garden bed, and I would just drag them on this bed just to like let them clear it out, you know what I mean, and get all the little excess stuff that I'm just trying to rake out and hoe out anyways, they just dig it out for me and make it easy, just get it to the top or eat it all, and then I can just rake it out, right? So, and then they're fertilizing too. They're excrementing into the soil for you and building your soil for you too. So I know I'm ranting here. I'm just saying chickens are a key to any productive homestead. You have to have some chickens, right? They're critical. They give you protein and fertilizer for your garden, all right? And they till your garden up for you. They could take a whole grassy area for you, and if you really shove them in a small spot and force them to dig, they will dig that garden up for you. Saves you a lot of calories and energy in a shtf scenario. Make animals do the work instead of you wasting your precious calories that are limited in that scenario. Make them do it. All right, so I know I'm ranting here, guys, but get prepared. All right, these warehouse fires are not going to go away. All right, they're going to keep happening, and we'll keep covering it. So thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a big old blessed day.